Ey, das müssen wir uns noch anschauen. Highlight-Video von Uhren. Und zwar Swiss Watch Gang, was seine Highlight... Ich habe eine Uhr gekauft. Am Ende des Videos werde ich sagen, welche Uhr ich gekauft habe. Ich habe eine Uhr auch gekauft. Ich rede nicht von der Taschenuhr, ich rede von einer anderen Uhr. Wir gucken mal rein, was jetzt seine Top 10 ist aus diesem Jahr. FP Uhren.
2022 has been an absolutely incredible year. The sheer amount of watches I was lucky to see, hold and film was unlike any year before. Today I will talk about 10 watches I saw that shocked me and I would love to own one day. I wanted to do a top 20 or 50, but the video would be just too damn long. If you want to see more, there's of course a library of videos we pushed out this year for you to enjoy. This list will be in no particular order because I refuse to choose my favorite. It's fair to start the list with one of my personal grails. It's not that I don't want any of the other watches I will list, but this one for me is one of the best. The unique Roger Smith Series 5 open dial created for Hamdan, the founder of Perpetual Gallery in Dubai. That blew me away. The open dial with my favorite far heated hands, heated Hindu-Arabic numerals, and the movement overall. The movement has a special palm trees decoration just made for Hamdan. Really unique and overall a joy to see in person. The price for this beauty is around $800,000 to $1 million. Anything would happen in today's market. Next is the Christian Kling's Piece Unique. I had the pleasure of meeting Marc, a great watch collector and co-founder of the Armory and the co-owner of Drake's. He let me borrow his Klings for a full review and I was so excited. It's just so damn rare that I can't even describe it to you guys. The whole watch, including the movement, was made just for Marc. Yes, a actual one-of-one in its purest form. The bridges are beautifully decorated, polished, and overall it's just a movement design I just wish Christian made more of. Christian doesn't wish to get any new orders in, but for those of you wondering, the price would be around $100,000 to $150,000 US. In the same realm, I had the pleasure of meeting the fun and lovable watchmaker of Hodinky Berkus out.
Ich finde es sehr, sehr gelungen. Ich mag, es ist etwas ganz anderes, finde ich toll. Tolle Uhr. Kann ich mich so von begeistern.
In the Czech Republic. His watches, like the Klings from Marc, are also made to order. The dial, the case, complications and finishing. Everything you want, Andre can make. A great guy creating great watches. What more do you want? The watches are as unique as he is, and I can't wait to own one in the future. I just have to figure out what type of movement and complication I want. Not easy when there are no limits. The range of his watches is anywhere from approximately 9,000 to 50,000 and upwards, depending what you want. Then we jump on a watch from the big brands. I was shocked to see the AP Double Balance Frosted when I visited Marc Gebauer in Germany for our watch collector video. It's just not something you see around, especially here in Zurich. I love AP and especially the Double Balance. I think it's a perfect design from the front and the back. It's modern and at the same time features old school decoration techniques of skeletonization. Marc's watch is crazy because of the frosted finish on the case and bracelet, which only AP can make, and the rainbow baguette bezel is ridiculous. A wild piece which I would love to own. The current price is around 350,000 euros. Where do I begin with when I describe Jacob & Co watches? Online they get villainized, offline they get prayers. It's just one of those brands. Personally, I love them. Especially the crazy stuff they produce like the Astronomia and the Twin Turbo models. But my favorite of this year was definitely the Jacob & Co Bugatti Chiron Sapphire with red accents. What a watch. The sheer watchmaking that goes into a masterpiece like this is incredible. It features two of my favorite watch complications, or let's call them indications, the tourbillon and an automaton. The automaton mimics the pistons from an actual Bugatti Chiron motor engine every time you press the button on one of the crowns. This is the best collaboration I've seen Bugatti do so far. You gotta give it to Jacob, he doesn't spare any expense and idea when it comes to creating his watches. And the case, guys, the shape of the actual car, just unbelievable. At a price point of $1.3 million, you will definitely stand out and feel cool wearing this. Let's now jump back into the niche world of independent watchmaking with a watchmaker that I follow for a while now, Remy Kool's. A tourbillon watch in its purest form. Nothing extravagant and flashy, just classy watchmaking from a passionate guy. The big tourbillon is prominently held by a tall bridge, the minute track is floating above the dial, and the sapphire crystal is nicely domed, allowing you to see components from all the angles. For his first production watch, it's definitely something I can stand behind and admire. The price tag on that beauty was 85,000 euros before taxes. I say was, because it's of course sold out. He's working on something new, so stay tuned. Another watch I would love to own is Bexay. It's a brand I never covered so far, but you will see more live footage on this channel in 2023, I promise. I have known the brand for years now, and always drooled over the watches once I saw them at Baselworld when it still existed. At Watches and Wonders this year, there was also an exhibition held by the Academy of Independent Watchmakers, and I had to go and check them out. There I saw the latest Bexay Dignitas Pure Project 20. What a freaking watch. The dial finishing technique and movement finishing are out of this world. What you're seeing is a hot hammered zirconium dial and bridges, heated hands in zirconium case. The man makes insane and strictly limited watches. I had the pleasure of trying it on the wrist, a moment I won't get anytime soon. If you're lucky to order one, the price is 77,000 euros, but the yearly production is strictly limited. I love doing watch collection video interviews because sometimes you see the craziest stuff that these guys pull out of their safes. There was an instance where I saw the extremely rare FPGA Tourbillon Souverain with a ruby stone dial. When I visited Pierre Beaver, the son of the industry titan Jean-Claude Beaver, I saw many cool watches, like his early RM Tourbillon, but this FPGA really stood out. A limited edition piece of only 20 in the world, the value of this watch is hard to pinpoint. The iconic design of Journe watches with the Tourbillon 9 o'clock and the elegantly finished movement, which you can see on the back, is just dreamy. A classy and loud watch at the same time. The 8th watch I would love to own is the Theo Frey Tourbillon Grand Sport. This is another young French watchmaker from Paris, inspiring the next generation of watchmakers. Like Rémi Cours, he's won the FPGA Award for Prominent Young Watchmakers in 2018. His watch combines the intricacy of old-school watchmaking with a modern case and strap design fit for everyday use. The tourbillon is placed at 8 o'clock. The dial, which floats above all the components, is made out of sapphire. The case back prominently displays Theo's finishing skills and keeps it simple with a hint of complexity and the type of decoration he chose on the bridges. I can't wait to see what he will come up with next in the future and one day to maybe even own one of his pieces. The price for this sold out watch is 128,000 euros before taxes. The last watch I want to mention is again a hidden but insanely talented watchmaker that goes by the name of Michiel Hulsman. I met Michiel at the same event that I met Aaron Bexay in Geneva. He's one of those guys who you could spend hours listening and talking to. As soon as you talk to him, you realize that he's one of a kind. He's cut from the same cloth as Roger Smith, for example. Michiel makes unique watches in its purest form. The watch I saw was the Tourbillon 101 Solstitium Tourbillon. This is only his second watch and it's entirely handmade, a fact that is important for Dutch watchmaking, and he's currently the only one doing it. I would love to explain you how much he does on his own, but for that I would prefer to direct you to his Instagram account, where you will see that he even makes his own rubies. And if you follow high-end watchmaking, you will know how crazy and painstaking that is. What I really liked about the dial was the visible unique tourbillon, the spade-tipped hands similar to Roger Smith, and last but not least, a detail that isn't visible at first, the very thin baguette diamond indexes. They are used for the retrograde tens of minutes at 12 o'clock. This is it, guys. My top 10 watches of 2022, and I can't wait to see more crazy stuff next year. Tell me, what was the craziest watch you saw this year? And
muss ich sagen, tolles Format. Soll ich mal zeigen, was ich mir gekauft habe? Auch übrigens ein guter Bildausschnitt. Ich zeige euch mal, was ich mir geholt habe. Aber es wird wahrscheinlich schon auch in den Verkauf kommen. Wir gucken mal. Und zwar, seid mal gespannt. Hatte ich vorher noch nie im Shop. Ist auch eine teure Uhr, muss man sagen. Aber auch wirklich, wirklich selten. So, und zwar, meine Lieben, befindet sich diese Uhr hier von MB&F, die neue Legacy Machine 101 in Weißgold. Sehr, sehr seltene Uhr. Tatsächlich kommt sie im kompletten Set, ne? Wie man es so kennt. Also es ist wirklich eine tolle, tolle Uhr mit viel Bewegung. Ganz, ganz dynamisches Teil. Freue ich mich sehr drauf. Also Wahnsinns-Piece. Gucken wir mal. Hier, so sieht das Werk übrigens aus. MB&F, ja, das ist das Werk von hinten. So sieht das Packaging aus. Legacy Machine. Coole Uhr.